Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back with episode 5 of the Utah Jazz Association. Now today, even though we are nearing the trade deadline, we are not going to be making any moves. We're going to be reserving the rest of our trade deadline moves for the next episode, which I haven't even recorded yet, because I'm recording this commentary Saturday, and I haven't even posted episode 4 yet, and I need your guys' opinions on those trades first, before I even get ahead of this episode. So anyway, a few things I want to say first off before we get into this gameplay. When we're facing off against the Portland Trailblazers, and that is one of the hardest places to win in all of basketball. So anyway, this should be a pretty tough game. I think it's a team that we can beat. I think it's a game that we can win. I'm really starting to learn how to play effectively with the guys that I have acquired. Now, also, you guys aren't going to hear any game audio. I mentioned this briefly in a couple of my other commentaries. This was kind of when my PVR wasn't really letting me record game audio for some reason. I don't know, every time I imported it into Sony Vegas, it just did not have the game audio. But I since have fixed it, so I think this is probably the last video where you guys won't hear game audio. So I might try to throw a beat behind this, so just to give you guys something else to listen to besides my voice, because I think it's kind of boring just to hear my voice. Anyway, Bledsoe dishes it off to Al Jefferson, who's going to hit that mid-range jumper right there as it rattles home. That is something that I'm going to miss when we do decide to trade Al Jefferson, because, you know, that's the thing I want Enes Kanter to become, is kind of a guy who can stretch the floor a little bit, who can hit that mid-range jump shot, because I don't think Favors is ever going to become that guy. I think Favors is going to be more of our defensive threat, whereas Enes Kanter is going to be our scoring option, and that's just my personal opinion. That's how I see it playing out. Obviously, I can't predict the future. This has nothing to do with real life. This has 100% to do with what's going to happen in this association. So if you guys think Derek Favors is going to be the next Tim Duncan, please don't get on my ass about it. So anyway, Victor Claver for 3 in the corner. But yeah, that's just kind of how I see our bigs playing out in this association. Now, Randy Foye is back. He is finally healthy. I think he was healthy last episode too, but he's finally starting to get his shot back. He hits the 3 there. Damian Lillard, probably going to be the Rookie of the Year this year, is going to pull up for 2 right there, and he gets that one to go. So 19-15 now now it's 22-15. Kanter back to Alec Burks. He's going to find Earl Watson for 3. The backup point guard is going to get that one to go. So I might trade Earl Watson and Jamal Tinsley. I'm not really too sure. I really don't like having 3 point guards. I feel like it kind of takes away from Eric Bledsoe's minutes a little bit, and I really want Bledsoe to get some minutes. I want him to develop correctly. Some people have told me that it doesn't matter how many minutes you give a guy. Even if you didn't play him, he would still develop the same as if you played him 48 minutes a game. I'm not 100% on that. If it's true, oh well. I mean, I just want to play Bledsoe a lot. I really like playing with him. And you can see Enes Kanter there showing off his offensive rebounding ability. He reminds me a lot of Thomas Robinson, a guy who's really good at positioning himself under the boards and to get the boards and put it back up easily. I don't know if he has hustle points. I think he might have hustle points as a signature skill, which means he's really effective when he gets his offensive rebounds. But anyway, we missed the buzzer beater there, and we're going to end the first quarter down by 330-27. So, playing close with this Portland team. This is a very good Portland team. Portland is really a team that has a very good starting 5 that is almost second to none in the NBA, quite frankly. But their bench is what they struggle with. Their starting 5 is also a little bit inconsistent. Damian Lillard's obviously a rookie. He's inconsistent. Wesley Matthews has had a terrible leg injury this year, and he is hobbled a lot by it. Nicholas Batum has been very good throughout the year. LaMarcus Aldridge is good, but he's shooting a low percentages here, and Hickson's another kind of inconsistent guy. So, when this Trailblazers team plays up to its potential, it's a very good team, and this is a very hard place to win. The Rose Garden is one of the best home court advantages in the NBA. But anyway, Nicholas Batum is going to pop that 3 right there. Nicholas Batum, maybe the second most versatile player in the NBA, I would say, behind LeBron James. I'd say Batum could probably play 3 different positions, and he's so good on defense. He can dribble the ball around. He can, there's just so much he can do. You could also throw guys like Josh Smith into that category, and I don't know, I can't think of any others. Maybe Anthony Davis, quite frankly. He's probably quick enough to play the 3. He can definitely play the 4 or the 5. I don't know, that's kind of up for debate, but I really like Nicholas Batum's versatility. You can see Tinsley gets the layup to go there. That was good to see him be able to hit that contact shot. But we're down by 10. Batum is going to get it up to Eric Manor. The newly acquired Eric Manor at the trade deadline. He was traded for a second-round pick from Oklahoma City. Seems like Oklahoma City has kind of established itself with Reggie Jackson as its new backup point guard. But Manor found, who was that? I didn't even catch it. But anyway, Enes Kanter now going to work on Myers Leonard. He's going to give to Marvin Williams. Out to Jamal Tinsley, who's going to pop that mid-range and get it to go. So 55-47, now 57-49. Lillard almost gets stolen from him, gives it to LA. Back to Lillard, and Lillard hits the 2 right there. Can't leave Damian Lillard open. Very good shooter. And anyway, I was thinking of a college player who is very similar to Damian Lillard. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I think Shane Larkin, the point guard out of Miami, is a very similar player to Damian Lillard. Now, yes, it's partially because they both wear the number 0. That's what kind of first drew the connection. But then when I started thinking about it, both kind of scoring type point guards, a little bit undersized. I just think they're very similar players. Larkin's draft stock doesn't seem to be nearly as high as Lillard's, but at this time Lillard wasn't expected to be even a first-round pick. He propelled himself up the draft boards when he was working out in the combines and stuff like that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that comparison. I thought it was an interesting one. I'm not sure, if you guys agree with me on that. I don't think many will, but Eric Bledsoe hitting the 3 there. I think Bledsoe's going to end up with like 3 threes this game. It was really good to see. There he's driving to the lane, getting the one-handed slam. He's got 15 points and 6 assists at this point. So I'm really starting to use Eric Bledsoe. He's really the go-to guy on offense at this point, just because of his ability to dish dimes and drive in the lane like that and finish. He does have the finisher signature skill, which is very good. That means he can not only dunk like that, but he can also get into the lane and hit the tough layups. But now J.J. Hickson beating us inside. That's a place where we're not supposed to be getting beat, but they were really doing it to us. Hickson and L.A., two of the best big men, or one of the best big men combos in the NBA. I find Marvin Williams trailing on the fast break. He's going to hit the 3 there, and we cut the lead to 5. So like I said, really starting to learn how to use these guys. I'm really starting to like Marvin Williams more as a role player. I would love it if I could keep him, but that contract is just really bad. I don't want to have to pay him $8 million next year. I can get a guy who can do exactly what Marvin Williams does for much cheaper. So Nolan Smith now dishes it off. It's going to get tipped, but he gets it back and gives it to LA, and Aldridge lays it in there for 2. So 79-69, Bledsoe with the ball running the pick and roll with Derek Favors. Favors is wide open on the roll. He's going to lay it in with the left. He had a quiet game, only has 6 points up to this point, but Bledsoe is really excelling. He's got 15 and 8 with the ball once again driving by Eric Maynor. He kind of gets stopped there, but gives it to Cantor, who's going to do a nice little dream shake right there. And Cantor's got 10 and 7 at this point. Really good game out of Enes Kanter today. Maynor into Aldridge in the post. Aldridge pump fakes, and he's going to go up with the hook shot and get that one to go. Aldridge is one of the best post players in the NBA at this point. Nolan Smith to Wesley Matthews. Matthews is not going to be able to hit the buzzer beater there. So we go into the third quarter down by 8, but trust me, this game is not over yet. We are going to make a furious comeback. Not really furious because we're only down 8 points, but either way. Anyway, Bledsoe with the ball. Gives it to Al Jefferson on the pick and roll. Jefferson going to work in the post on Nicholas Batum. He's doubled, gives it out to Bledsoe, who's going to hit the long 2 right there. And we cut the lead to 6. Bledsoe's got 17 points at this point. Really picked it up in the second half. Once again, Bledsoe with the ball, top of the key, pick and roll with Al Jefferson. He's going to get stopped by Aldridge, but he's going to dish it off to Jefferson under the basket. And Jefferson is great at finishing around the rim. So, 8-point game now. Nolan Smith to LaMarcus Aldridge, who's going to get the tough layup to go right there. And the Trailblazers are really sticking ahead at this point. It is a 10-point game. We really need to get something going on offense. Bledsoe's going to bring the ball up. It's really tough to close again. What am I trying to say? It's really tough to close in on a team like this when you're on their home court. But very nice move by Eric Bledsoe, and he gets the layup to go. So now it's a 6-point game. Bledsoe running the break here, trying to push the tempo. He's going to find Derek Favors wide open under the basket, and Favors lays that one in. The reverse layup is good to go, so we're down by 4. Aldridge with the ball. Aldridge is so good. He's going to spin around and put that one in. It was almost like he was unstoppable at this point. He was having such a good game. So now we're down by 6. Running a little inbound play. Bledsoe finds himself open for 3, and I'm really starting to learn his stroke. It's a hard one to get. Does that little double leg kick, but when you start to learn it, he is actually not the worst three-point shooter I've ever used before, to put it lightly. So anyway, Bledsoe's going to dish it off to Gordon Hayward. Back to Bledsoe. Look at the ball movement right there. And Bledsoe finishes with the left, I believe. He's got 30 points and 14 assists. Now Jefferson in the post. We're up by 1. Going to give it back to Bledsoe. Another 3. Yes, sir. Eric Bledsoe is going off. We have a 4-point lead now. But Hickson under the basket is going to get blocked. Gets it back. Gives it to Wesley Matthews for the short little close range jumper. 2-point game now. Bledsoe with the ball. He's got to make something happen here. They're not going to foul just yet. He's double teamed. He throws it away. J.J. Hickson on the steal. Out to Batum. Batum on the break. He's going to pull up for 2. It's good. And it's a tie game at 107. Devastating turnover there for Eric Bledsoe. Now we're going to run a pick and roll. Under 10 seconds to go. Dish it off to Jefferson. It's tipped. He gets it back. He goes up. He's fouled. So Al Jefferson will go to the line for 2. He makes the first one. And he is going to make the second one. So we're up by 2. Now, on the inbound, 4.4 left. Damian Lillard, pump fakes. He pump fakes again. He's fouled for a 3-point play. Eric Bledsoe was fouled out, and Damian Lillard will go to the line for 3. He makes the first. He's going to make the second. And now, for the win, it's good. So the Trailblazers are going to take the 110-109 lead. Last chance ever. Jefferson gets a good look. It's no good. And the Trailblazers steal this game. Well, you can't really say they stole it. They were up for most of the game. But I really thought we had this game late when we were up by 4. And the Trailblazers just made a really nice comeback. I mean, you know, it was a good game. Fun to play. And we're getting closer, man. We're really close on this one. I really think we're going to win our first game soon. Like I said, I haven't played past this episode even. So who knows? The next game could be a win. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But anyway, we're going to get into the post-game stats here in just a moment. As you can see, 110-109 is your final. Very close game based off of the team stats. Certainly cannot say one side really dominated this game. And you can see the post-game stats here. Eric Bledsoe with 35 and 14. Enes Kanter with 10 and 7. I was really glad with the game we got out of Enes Kanter. He just really did a lot for us today. Grabbed some boards, put up 10 points. It was solid, but we could not stop LaMarcus Aldridge. He dropped 30 and 7. Very LaMarcus Aldridge type game. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. As you can see, LaMarcus Aldridge is your player of the game. And so I'm out. Peace.